and welcome to this video on 3D printing seam lines. Today I'm going to be showing you how to avoid seam lines like you can see right here. And instead have a nicer print that looks like this one right here or this one right here. Anyways, let's begin. Here's our first model. You can see here from the mouth to the bottom there's a seam line. From the side of the mouth to the top by the eye there's another seam line. And then on top, from the eye to the very top of the model, there's a third seam line. All of these, they just detract from the look of the model. They're kind of random, just thrown there. On my next one, I'll be showing you a better way to do this.
Alright, to show you how to work with seams, I'm going to be using Prusa Slicer. There are many other slicers out there, all with similar settings. So if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. Anyways, let's get started. To see exactly where your seam lines will be, you need to slice the object and click something like right here where it says seams, and they'll be shown as the white. As you can see, we have the seam down here, we have one up here, we have one on the side over here, and they just don't look that good. They ruin the look of the print. Now to fix that, there's a couple different things you can do. We're going to go to our print settings and we're going to click over here under advanced. I have expert mode on, but if we go in beginner mode, you can still see it. Seam position. You want to go to rear. So that way, when your model's facing you this way, towards the front of the printer, the seams will all go in the back. That way, that ugly looking seam line will only be in the back of your model.
And here's the print with just a back seam. It's already looking a lot better. I'll take it off and we'll go look at it. Now the second model is done. You can see there's no ugly looking seam line. It looks a lot better. What we did was we moved the line to the back, where you're not gonna see it because you're only gonna look at the front of this model. It looks a lot better. It makes for a much better looking print. It looks a lot more finished, completed. However, sometimes you'll have a print, maybe something cylinder shaped, where you're gonna want no seam in the back as well. So that is where our third model is gonna come in.
So you go back to your print settings, you go to your layers and perimeters. You see under beginner mode, we only have one option. Turn on expert mode, or honestly, you don't even need expert mode. You just use normal mode as well. Over here, see where it talks about scarf joint placement? You want to turn that on for contours, and you could leave the other settings how they are. Again, scarf joint, that's what you want to be looking for on contours. That, now if you slice it, the seam will still be here. However, it won't be like a normal seam. I'll show you what it looks like after we print it.
Now we have our third model, this time with a scarf seam that we'll go analyze now. And here we are with all three of our models. This one has a regular seam, just default. This one has the back seam, and this one has the scarf seam. I'm going to show you this one specifically. As you can see, the front has no seam. When you get towards the back, don't mind the little printing error right there. It doesn't have the back seam either. This is because of the way it prints with the scarf. It just kind of does it differently. However, you can see this curve? It goes kind of up to here. It's a little hard to see, but it goes from here and it kind of goes outwards all the way to here with the way it works. Now, if you want this area to be smaller, or it kind of raises up past the other areas, you can always play around with the size in your slicer. This video is just meant to be a basic guide. Yes, you can see it there on the different settings, which we still have one more to show you today. However, that is a scarf seam, and I think it is the least visible of the three, which I'll display here. One, two, and three. All right, now let's finish up with the last settings I'm going to show you in this video.
And here we go, we have our model again. However, I'm going to show you a different type of seam you could do. Now this is just going to be under your print settings. Let's see here. Go beginner mode to make it easier. Seam position rear, we're just going to reset that. So let me check this. No scarf seam. Alright, so you should have regular seams like this. 1, 2, and 3. All these inside ones, those are inside where the model will be. You won't notice those. It's only on round areas where you're going to get these, which includes spheres, cylinders, details like that. But this is going to be a way I can show you how to customize it. Right here, we're going to click on the model. We're going to find something called seam painting. This, you're able to paint your own seams. So say you want it on the side, like this. Just paint up to the top. Slice it, and your seam will be exactly where you painted it. This gives a good bit of customization. If you want to have a seam in one spot on part of the model, another spot on another, which I can demonstrate now. We'll go like this. So we want a little bit here, a little bit there. It'll do that. Now I'm going to give you one more example of seam painting with another model that's a little more complicated. I'm going to do a Benchy. Alright, so Benchy usually will have a couple seams. I'll show you here. They'll be thrown across the back, some inside, but the main ones you need to be worried about are the ones up top. On the smokestack, you'll see those. And you'll see the ones on the back here. Now if you want to change these at all, we can go to our seam painting. So you want to get it right in the middle. Make it nice. Line up there. If you want the smokestack to have it just in the back, you can paint up like that too. Now our seams are in the spots we want. You can make them a little straighter. Again, I'm just demonstrating with these purposes, but that shows you when it comes to seams on your 3D prints, it is more customizable than you'd think.
And that wraps up today's video. If you have any questions at all, please leave a comment. I will try to respond to every single comment I get. If you have any questions, concerns, anything at all, if you have questions about the slicer, this type of print, video recommendations, if you need help with anything, just let me know. Again, I'll go over. We have regular seams. We have one where we put them in the back. And we have the scarf seam. I hope you learned something in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.